Alright, so we are up in the mountains again on this beautiful hiking trail. Not too deep, but we're gonna go up here and hang out for a little bit. It's quite the climb. I don't even know if you guys can really tell how steep this is, but just a typical Arizona mountain here. Very close to Phoenix, so heat is the biggest enemy out here. It is hot, but places like this where you can kind of settle down in a little crack here, get some shade, nice spot to sit and have some food, which is what we're gonna do. But we're not too far from the parking lot. Just wanted to come up here, hang out for a little bit and talk. You also gotta be careful. Sometimes there's little javelina families up here, and they do not appreciate when you come up to their nest. I've ran into a few of those, but Arizona's awesome for this stuff because there's really not too many predators that you have to worry about. Like, I noticed the colder you get, I'm sure everyone's noticed this, but the colder you get, the bigger the animals get, right? We don't have bears. The mountain lions out here, which people are most like worried about, I guess, but the mountain lions up here are very small. I don't know if you guys have seen an Arizona mountain lion. It's like the size of a dog, which the likelihood of getting attacked by an Arizona mountain lion is even lower than the likelihood of getting attacked by a mountain lion you might find somewhere up north. So extremely unlikely. But let me set you guys up here. I just wanted to hang out and kind of have a talk, and I'm gonna be cooking some food, and I just got done with work. Oh, real quick, I want to talk about like work, right? Working a 9-to-5, which is everyone's mortal enemy these days, but working a 9-to-5 and having fun and enjoying your life, even though you have to go, like myself, sit in a chair for 9 hours a day. But we'll get to that. Ozark Trail trekking poles, just got them. This is my first use. They look brand new. I'm not a gearhead. You'll notice throughout my videos, if you guys follow along, which I hope you do, if you subscribe or like or comment and let me know what you think. Not a gearhead. I'm kind of anti-gearhead. As you can see, I got Walmart glasses, which are tremendous, and then Walmart trekking poles, which are tremendous. The only downside I see is that they're kind of heavy. But, you know, I'm training for an ultra marathon, so I should probably get used to fatigue and stuff like that. I can't really complain if my trekking poles are just a tad bit too heavy. I'll set you up here so you can not get blinded by the sun. But yeah, work. We'll talk about work. And oh, a little doobie. I don't know if I'm allowed to. That is a cigarette, and I should probably actually pick that up. I apologize. But yeah, working a 9-to-5 and enjoying life. So I'd like to say that I'm having a great time right now, right? Typically I'll hike further into a trail, but I just want to sit, eat, and finally got the chance to make an actual video here. So I just wanted to show you real quick. I got soup in a little boiler to make some food. and we'll take off and continue our hike. But just wanted to show you guys kind of right after work, if I wanted to, I could just come up here, sit and enjoy the trails and the mountains and the view, have my food, which I will do a little bit later. But I want to walk around and explore, show you guys some cool spots. We'll continue. We'll talk about some stuff you can do, and just really how easy it is to, you know, you can have a 9-to-5 and still get out there and enjoy everything. And right now I'm training for more mountain climbing now, boys. Training for an ultra marathon. It's 32 miles, and it's not until December, so I got still a good 7-8 months to train, so not bad. I'm trying to be kind of quiet because the rattlesnakes, you really want to hear those suckers rattling if you can before they get you. But yeah, I guess my main tip for working a 9-to-5 and then trying to really enjoy life, I don't do the like one big vacation a year thing. I feel like that will get you trapped in a cycle, because typically what I see with people who do that, which I typically see with my family members, so you save all year for this big trip, and then if anything goes wrong on your big trip, which it will normally, if anything goes wrong on your big trip, your whole year basically, or if it took 3 years to save up for this big trip, the last 3 years have kind of been a waste, in my opinion. Like, I don't go to work to make some guy money who owns a company, right? I go to work to make money so I can do the things that I want to do. I can enjoy my life. And I feel like people will get trapped in this whole cycle where I work to do better at the company, to make a name for myself, but you guys got to realize tomorrow the company could go under, and everything you've done at that company was for nothing. And the owner, you know, maybe he sells it or whatever happens to the owner, right? Everything you had done had just been for the benefit of his pocket. And if you can just work how you want, be very specific about where you work, you can set yourself up where you can do things like this and just kind of really enjoy your life day to day. You know, that's a much better setup than saving for one vacation, in my opinion, right? And being specific about where you work is probably the biggest thing you can do, really. I picked the place I work, which is a 2-minute drive from this gigantic stream of mountain trails, very methodically, because I thought I heard something. The javelinas out here will get you guys. And they are out here. They have came at me. I was climbing, there's a mountain that I'll show you behind this peak here, and I came up over the ridge, and this mom javelina with like 4 little babies or 3 little babies, I mean, came at me full speed. So like I was saying, be very specific about where you work. You can live in a van, you can live in a 1-bedroom apartment. My number 1 rule is always have a job, but always have a job that you like. And then I know broke millionaires. So what I mean by that is millionaires that have $0 after their bills. And this is something that I didn't know. This is a cool little section here. I'll get you guys going frontward. I didn't know that, like, I always thought that if you're a millionaire, you're a millionaire. 24/7, you're a millionaire. If you're a millionaire and I don't know, let's say you make $30,000 a month, and that might not equate to a millionaire, but I'm not doing math right now, I gotta focus. You make $30,000 a month, but you got $2,800 in bills, or $28,000 in bills. What kind of play money do you have? You got nothing. You might, one of those bills might be a Lamborghini that you drive to work, which, you know, if that's what you want, if that's worth it to you, if you want to dedicate your whole life to something so you can take a 1-hour drive to work in a cool car, you know, go for it, go for it. For me, from what I've seen, from my life experience, that scared me. I thought that was a snake's head. Sorry. From my experience and what I've seen, you know, taking that one big trip, which I did do for 2 years, by the way, taking that one big trip isn't what it's chalked up to be. And I have much more fun being able to come from work out here, enjoy my time, and just be in nature. It's, for me, far more enjoyable. And then, you know, at least once a month we can rent a cabin. What me and my girlfriend have been doing, which we're doing in 2 weekends, right? This weekend I have a race, half marathon trail race, and then the following weekend I'm going to Coronado for the military, and then the weekend after we're getting a cabin up in Flagstaff, and we're gonna go on just one of these little, you know, sometimes I'll take 2 days off work. You get a 4-day weekend and a beautiful cabin with your loved ones, and man, what more could you want? Why do I have to go to Bali, which I don't even know if that's a vacation spot. I think I've heard that in a song. But I've been, because of the Navy, I've been kind of all around the world. Excuse me. And I noticed that pretty much everywhere is just like America. Like, people want to bag on America and stuff, but if you go to these other countries, like, it's kind of the same thing. They got convenience stores, they got cheap fast food. Almost everywhere I've ever been had a Starbucks. There's a cool bird up there. So after being able to travel on the military's expense, right, working, but you get a lot of downtime. Being able to travel on the military's expense has really opened up my eyes to, like, I'll never spend my money going to, like, Italy or something. Spain was beautiful. I always said, right when I got back from Spain, I said I would never live anywhere else in the world except for Italy and Spain. And with that said, I will never spend a dime of my own flying to Italy or Spain. There are places in the United States you can go that are almost identical. It's not like you're going to a different planet. There's people, there's good people, bad people, good spots, bad spots, crime. There was protests in Spain. Like, we get so caught up on social media and how that stuff looks that we don't look at reality, or we don't hear reality. I hope the wind's not too bad. I'm sorry, guys. But we don't register reality. You look at a place like Spain or Italy, and it's like this huge coastline and picture perfect blue water. And on social media, it'll look like no one's there. It's your own hideaway, and it's beautiful. And I can't tell you how many times I went to a place that social media made look like it was the greatest, like we were in the Avatar movie, and it was San Diego, essentially. Like, no different than San Diego. And it wasn't that nice, and it was crowded, packed to the brim with people. So look at the people who take these vacations, and outside of the vacation, what are they doing daily? What are they doing weekly, monthly? Are they having fun? Or are they going to work, getting home, doing chores, or going to work, getting home, sitting, doing nothing, watching TV, something like that, right? And some people like that. There's some people out there who just want to sit on a couch and smoke weed their whole life, and they love it. But if you're struggling to get out and enjoy the world, and you feel like you're missing out on a lot because you're stuck somewhere, there's always a way out. And I'll give you an example of this. All right, we're getting kind of personal here, but we'll do it. Long story short, 2 years ago, I was in a very, very unhappy place in life, and I left it. So I do have 2 beautiful kids out of that experience. I got to experience what it was like to be just your 9-to-5 married dad. I'd go to work, come home, do the kids' chores. I'd get like 5 hours of sleep, you know, just really struggling. And then I noticed I was getting fat. I got up to 265 pounds, something like that, and just noticed I wasn't happy. I was getting fat, lazy, unhappy. Didn't want to go to work, didn't want to be home, didn't want to exercise, really didn't want to do anything. I had no hobbies, I had no nothing. So the worst year of my life was when I left that situation,